Councilmember Klein.
Yes, I want to report on the trip that I took last week to Washington, D.C. With our Sacramento lobbyist, Ravi Mehta, and Council member Kelly Ferguson from Menlo Park to lobby members of Congress with respect to high-speed rail, and in particular to urge them to vote not to provide any further federal funding to high-speed rail for the reasons that we've set forth in the various letters that we've sent to the FRA in the past. And we met with, on Wednesday and Thursday of last week, we met with 10 different Congress members, and I think it was a good exchange of views. I think it was helpful for our cause. We did learn that there's a bill just been introduced by Southern California Congress member Devin Nunes, which would authorize the money that's already been allocated to various states, including California, to be spent for other purposes than high-speed rail if the state so desires. We haven't gotten a copy yet of the bill, but Ravi will have it shortly, and we'll see whether we want to endorse that or not. We were very pleased that the level of understanding by the Congress members, or in particular their staffs. They were much better informed than the last time I did this, which was a year ago. Several of them were already citing the correct number of what the cost is, the $66 billion rather than the 43, which we now know is incorrect even according to the authority's own calculations. And most of the offices we visited had already picked up on that, and their member was using the correct 65 or 66 billion, depending on whether you want to round off. We also met with William Grindley, who many of you know. He and his colleagues were the authors of the very good paper, The Financial Risks of California's Proposed High-Speed Rail Project, and he's just come out last week with a new one. Unfortunately, this is the only copy I have. I imagine it's online. Big trouble for California, $66 billion train, and so on and so forth. And Grindley, who has very good liberal credentials, has been saying to various members that he meets with that this is one where liberals right now are incorrect, and they need to really adjust to the reality of what the cost and the losses would be. I did have one other thought in there. May I borrow the book that Nancy? We did provide a copy of this, which is the staff would be glad to make available to anybody who wants it. This is a compilation that staff and I worked on so that we had something to give to each Congress member. It's a compilation of a variety of documents that individually you've all seen, but we wanted to organize them into one document, and also to keep them at a level where people could still have an incentive to read it and not be, we could easily have come up with a document that big, but we wanted to have something that looked like it was inviting to read, and maybe some of them will read it at some time, but it includes the business plan and our letter of no confidence, and the letter, a summary of the executive summary of the Hatch-McDonald criticisms, and well, you get the idea. And I think that was, while nobody has written us back yet and said that I really enjoyed the read, I think that I think it adds to our credibility. And
Let me know. Trip through the past year, a few months.
Sorry?
Quick trip through the past year.
Yeah, it's your yearbook.
Yeah.
I think that it's important for us to keep sending people to Washington. If you ever have a chance, then either our federal or our state lobbyists can arrange for for you to meet other people. And I just think that keeping up the pressure, keeping the contact, really makes a lot of sense.